on economic, political governance, or institutional and infrastructural development, the APC government, led by President Muhammadu Buhari, has made some landmark progress since 2015 when it came to power. If you also take a look at the current economic, political, and institutional developments in Nigeria, one can say objectively that if President Buhari leaves office today, he would have obviously left an indelible legacy. This regime has indeed engaged in massive infrastructure development in all the sectors of the nation's economy across the length and breadth of Nigeria. This is the more reason why on this episode of the program, Nigeria Today, the focus will be on some of the legacy projects of President Buhari's administration. Now, what has the APC government really done to improve the lives of Nigerians? And what are some of the projects that President Buhari will be remembered for after leaving office in 2023? These and other questions guests shall be providing answers to in the course of the program, Nigeria Today. I am Lydia Ochi. Thank you for joining us. I have with me in the studio Jalili Suleiman, Chairman, Alimosho Local Government Area of Lagos State. You're welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We hope to be joining other guests via Zoom as soon as we establish connection. Okay, let me go straight to Suleiman Jalili. As a local government chairman, how would you describe some of the greatest achievements of the Buhari administration as far as local governments in Nigeria is concerned?
Yeah, thank you very much, the viewers at home and Nigeria at large. Once again, my name is Jalili Suleiman, the chairman of Alimosho local government, the largest local government in Nigeria that is highly populated in terms of populations, in terms of economic contributions too. The Alimosho local government is equally there. I can tell you that as far as Alimosho is concerned, it's bigger than some states in Nigeria because we have about huge numbers of people residing in Alimosho local government, which there are about 8 million plus of the people residing in the Alimosho local government. So with this, we can say that Alimosho local government is highly and densely populated. Okay. So with that, as far as our president is concerned, President Muhammadu Buhari has seriously and sincerely put down a lot of legacy that compared to the last, compared to the administrations of the People Democratic Party, I must confess to you that he has touched all areas of our lives, vis-a-vis the infrastructural development. A lot of roads constructed by our amiable president. A lot of hospitals too were constructed under his able leadership. Equally, a lot of schools, universities were equally constructed. You can go to the extent of seeing federal government constructing the road and drainages in all the tertiary institutions that we have in Nigeria, and that is a landmark achievement that our able president, our father, and our national leader, as far as APC is concerned, so he has done. Likewise, in the area of human capital development, he has equally contributed immensely to that. You can compare during the PDP's era, where you see a lot of people, you understand, living in abject poverty, where roads are bad. You can see where people are begging years and there. Where there is no security, Boko Haram years and there. You can see what our able president has done during this administration. So I must confess to you that Nigerians are equally attest to the fact that our president has done a lot of development, be it infrastructures and human development. Okay,
now let's come down to your local government, Alimosho.
Okay.
What are these achievements or landmark achievements you've recorded under this administration that is particular to your local government?
Yeah, thank you very much. As I've rightly said that Alimosho is the largest local government, I must confess to you that we have about 75 primary schools that we have in our local government with a student of 37,136 students, both boys and girls. I must equally tell you that Alimosho, as populated as it is, has a lot of markets, has a lot of markets where people just go there and do and have their own daily bread. They transact their daily businesses. So all these things are things. And the Alimosho that we are even talking about, I must let you know that it was created in 1945 under the western region. You know, so from there, it started increasing in terms of infrastructural development. It started increasing in terms of educational development. It started increasing in terms of health facilities too. I must equally let you know that as far as Alimosho is concerned, it has about 161 primary health facilities, be the private and the public. In Alimosho, we have about 125 primary private hospitals, okay. And also we have about 36 primary health care centers, okay. That we have in the Alimosho local government. Okay. So all these things are things that my able leadership under our great party APC have touched during my stay in this in the government. I must confess to you that my plan is to ensure that we have a lot of primary healthcare centers across all the wards that we have.
Okay.
And I must confess to you that we have about 36 wards in Alimosho local government under new creations of Lagos. But in the whole, we have about 11 wards that we have. Okay. And it's our prayer that we want to ensure that primary healthcare services get to the doorstep of those that we govern. Okay. And I must confess to you, in each of the primary health centers that we have, they don't, at least they, for instance now, we have a primary health care center called Bola Ahmed Tinubu Primary Health Care Center that's situated along Akunwojo Road in Alimosho local government. I must confess those that attend that primary health care center for one services or the other, be it antenatal, be it family planning, be it immunization, be it outpatient delivery, they are not less than about 3,000 every month, averagely. Okay.
Now, Suleiman,
yeah.
As a chairman of the closest government to the people,
yeah.
Please share with us more wins of this administration, especially at the grassroots level, and why you think the APC should be revoted into power in 2023.
Yes, I must confess to you that we have no choice. And Nigeria has no choice than to vote APC into government comes 2023. As I've already said, let's look at it from the area of security. You know, the level at which Boko Haram was disturbing Nigeria during the PDP era, and compare that time to this time, you can see that it has reduced to the last minimal, and that shows that APC under our able leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari has done a lot of security caution in place, considering the fact that the soldiers, they ensure that they tackle the Boko Haram and the bandits and the herdsmen, you know, and also providing vehicles for the soldiers and the policemen in Nigeria. All in all is to ensure that we have a free inch what is it called security challenges, okay. in Nigeria, okay. And also in the area of infrastructures too. You can see that a lot of bridges were being constructed by APC-led government in Nigeria. A lot of road constructions have been constructed. You had what our amiable Minister of Works and Housing said about some days ago as regards the numbers of roads and the numbers of drainages and the numbers of highways that President Muhammadu Buhari has instructed them to what to construct. That we can see. Today's our president went to commission some projects today. Yesterday he was in Lagos to commission some projects, and all these projects are what they are for. They are to the benefit of what? To the benefit of Nigerians and to the common man and to the masses in general. Okay. So and you can also equally see that our president is equally trying to ensure that we have a robust economy, and that was why he has chosen a professor of law, that's Professor Yemi Osinbajo, to ensure that to ensure that we have a lot of economy buoyancy in Nigeria.
Okay, now let me talk about local government autonomy. It had been an issue that seemed like it was not going to be able to see the light of day. Now let's talk about the local government autonomy under President Muhammadu Buhari.
Yes, local government autonomy is, in fact, our president championed the local government autonomy to ensure that power is given to the grassroots governance, and that is democratic in nature, and that is what the president has been clamoring for, that power should be concentrated, should be given to the local government chairman, and we are very happy. I must confess to you, we are in fact, in an interview, I was saying that in fact we are the most happiest men on earth with that autonomy that was given to us. And I equally want to change the narrative or the belief or the perception people are looking at that autonomy. It is not only about financial autonomy. Because if they say autonomy, they just see as being just financial autonomy or financial autonomy. No, it transcends or it goes beyond financial autonomy. Administratively, we deserve that autonomy. Management of the local government too also requires a lot of it requires the autonomy too. And I must confess to you that is a thing. You know, we have 3 tiers of government. We have the federal, we have the state, and we have the local government. And each of these 3 tiers are independent of their own. But with the current document, the constitution or the so-called KBAC document that we are operating in Nigeria today still needed to be seriously looked into. Because looking at that, we are not that totally independent.
It's okay. Now, we'll take a break because in the next few moments we'll talk about the convention which is coming up tomorrow. Well, that will be after this time. Don't go away.
This is NTA News 24 broadcasting from Abuja. You can watch us anywhere, anytime on the following platforms.
Start Times Channel 101, Freak TV Channel 703, GSTV Channel 419, and Go TV Channel 46.
For more information, log on to our website www.nta.ng or join us on our social media handles, Facebook at NTA News 24.
For comments, suggestions and inquiries, send an email to news24@nta.gov.ng or call us on the following numbers.
NTA News 24,
news and more news.
Welcome back. It's still Nigeria Today, and our guest is still in the studio. That's talking about Jelili Suleiman, Chairman, Alimosho Local Government Area of Lagos State. Thank you for staying with us. Now, let me ask you, how can the local government function better? What can the federal government still do to ensure that you reach your goals?
Yeah, thank you. The first thing that the federal government should do to let local government get more better than the way it is now is firstly is to amend the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in relation to the local government. Mm-hmm. And secondly is that the federal government should assist by creating a lot of training to the local government authorities in all the 774 local governments that we have. Mm-hmm. There should be a regular interface or regular discussions or meeting between the federal government and the local government. Okay. And also that we need to ensure that the power that is fused that is highly concentrated at the federal is broken, given to the state and given to the local government. Don't forget that the local government, they are the most closer to the people. The urbans are there, the traditional leaders are there, the artisans are there, the youths are there, the women are there, the artisans are equally there, the can are there, the League of Imams, they are there too. You understand? So, and their first point of call is no other place, or the first point of visit is no other place than the local government. That is why some power should be given to local government. Some resources should be disbursed to the local government in order to have a robust grassroots governance. It's very, 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 very important, and it's very, very key in ensuring that we have a true, free, fair, and good democratic setting in Nigeria.
All right, Suleiman. The ICPC Convention is tomorrow.
By God's grace.
Do you feel it is necessary to concede or keep some positions for women, youths, and persons living with disability?
Yes, very important. In fact, they are the heartbeat. The women and the youth, they are the heartbeat of a nation. For a nation to be successful, to be progressing, and to be developing, the power must be given to the youth. And looking at the percentage of the youth, the statistics made us to realize that we have about 64%, and 84% of the populations of Nigeria are youth. And that means that if 64% belongs to the youth, then automatically they are the what? They are the heartbeat. So therefore, power needed to be given to them, position needed to be given to them, and that has been the agitation, or that has been what we've been clamoring for. And some months ago, you could see the National Youth President, led by he headed some group of youth to see our Mr. President as regards what should be the interest of the youth in APC. And with that shows that the youth, the youth, they are very vast, highly intelligent, highly exposed,
and talented.
So the intelligence is there, the wisdom is there, the native acumen is there. So I want to say that I know that the interest of the youth is strictly dear and highly dear to the interest of our president. So I know that with this convention, you see some youth will emerge to be to head one key positions or the other. Likewise, the women too. The women, they are like Yoruba people will say, they are the salt. They are the salt of this life. So without women, you understand, women can't enjoy the life very well. So on that note, I want to say that the women too needed to be considered, but not notwithstanding, you understand, the men are the head of the family.
What about persons living with disability? Yes,
they also deserve to be given position, not one. So I advocate for two, at least two positions should be given to them, because of they also vote. Their vote also counts. In the convention that will be having tomorrow, if you are going to vote, they too are going to vote. They are going to vote. If it's with the concession, with the unified list, or the concession, or the consensus that we are coming up with tomorrow, their yeses also will be counted. So, and I want to then come 2023 election, their vote will usually equally be counted and be seen. So on that note, I want to say, and I want to subscribe to the fact that the physically challenged people must be recognized, so that they don't feel isolated and they don't feel left out in the scheme of politics and the scheme of things.
Okay. As a local government chairman, we're talking about youth, we're talking about women, inclusiveness in government. What have you done to make or help encourage the youth in your local government, and also the women in your local government, feel that they are part of your governance?
Yeah, thank you. I always ensure that I do a youth development capacity program. So, and now I've been doing that by ensuring that I give them some skill acquisitions, machineries, fees are fees. So there are some youth, I gather them, I ensure that I take them to barbering skill centers. They train for 6 months. After that 6 months, I empower them with a clipper, with generators, with glasses, and all the necessary barbing tools, so that we use that to take them out of the poverty and to take them away from the street. Yes, and also to take them away from the joblessness in the society. And likewise, I did this not only in barbing skill acquisitions. I also ensure that I do what is it called, fashion designing. So I gathered some of the artisans in my area, at the grassroots. I ensure that I gathered them, train our youth, especially the women and the men folks. I ensure that they train them on how to sew materials. I can tell you that this clothes you are seeing was sewn by one of my citizens. Youth to be precisely. So when I wore it this afternoon, some people are just saying that, man, this is fantastic. I said the courtesy of some of my youth in my local government.
That's wonderful.
So
okay.
That's just that. Instead of you going to China, going to Japan, going to Italy, you understand, to bring all this kind of things, that they can do it here in Nigeria, in Alimosho. If you come to Alimosho local government, they will sew it for you, even to the extent of the slippers I'm wearing.
Wow.
Yes, it's Nigeria made.
Okay.
So I can tell you, precisely living domiciled in Alimosho local government.
All right.
So I want to tell you this, that I've done a lot of things: capacity development, woman development, even the widows.
Okay.
I always ensure that I gather them, give them rice, give them all sorts of food items to ensure that they live fine in the society.
Yes, this administration has actually brought out a lot of initiatives on empowerment and entrepreneurship. Now, let's talk about projects that the federal government carried out in your local government. What are these projects?
Okay, vis-a-vis street light. They brought street light to my local government via our representative, and they brought schools to my local government, adding to the schools that we built. I was convinced. Let me quickly tell you this, that I did some things that has never been done in virtually all the schools that we have in Nigeria. And I will tell you this. Imagine in some of the schools, I ensure that we have a vocational center in virtually all the schools that I built for the children from primary 4, 5, 6. To the end that by the time they finish from their primary school elementary studies, they will have gathered one skill
or the other.
And I ensure that they did not go beyond four skills: barbing skill, fashion designing skill, shoemaking program, and tailoring, fashion designing. So all these 4 things are things that I ensure that I put in all the primary schools that I built in my local government.
Okay.
And by the time they finish their primary school, get to secondary school, they will have acquitted with one skill or the other. So that instead of asking their parents to give them money or to buy that or to do this, we would have they will have answered that with that they've trained. Okay. So in fact, back to your question, they bought schools, constructions of primary school classrooms and VIP office to the local government, and a lot of road and drainages constructions too were brought to my local government.
All right.
Under the of course under these administrations and through our representative.
Okay. Now finally.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the APC Convention. Everybody's been looking forward to it.
Yeah.
What are your expectations?
Yes, some of my expectations are to have a free, fair convention that is free from all sort of crises. I see a convention that will free from all forms of misunderstanding. I see a convention that will be free, that will be full of consensus candidates. So we have to just go there and say, hey, yes, have it.
All right. Thank you. Wish you all the best. And we look forward to that tomorrow. This is where we say goodbye on this episode of the program. And our discussion has been on APC legacy projects. With me had been the chairman of Alimosho local government area, Jelili Suleiman. Thank you for joining us on the program. We appreciate your insights on the program. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
And to our viewers, we thank you for being a part of the program. Remember, you can still watch this episode and other ones on www.youtube.com/ntnews24hub. I am Lydia Ochi. Have a wonderful evening. See you next week. Goodbye.